Hello everyone, this is Aya from Hinawi Software. As you can see here, I have Hinawi Software desktop application opened in front of me, and basically I'm logged in from the admin account. So we've seen so many different videos about the overview on each module. In this video, the turn is for the real estate. We are going to see the different parts of it in the software, how to start using it, basically where to begin, and finally how to view the reports for real estate. So first we go to the file menu and then we go to setup modules, and then from here you will find there is settings regarding real estate. So this is the core of the software. Basically the settings is very important. It is divided into two main parts, which are the general settings and the other charges settings. Let's first click on the general settings. From here, you will see that it's divided into two different tabs. The first tab is the general and the second tab is for control. So from here, we can see that it's displayed in a checklist format. So it's user-friendly as much as possible. You will see that it's divided into whether there are maximum allowed days within which a contract to be voided. So if it's not ticked, this means the default is 3. So the user can feel free to tick this or not, but if it's not ticked, as you can see here, it is 3. Basically, from here we can also see whether to allow releasing the contract before a specific number of days. So basically, if this is not ticked, it can be released anytime. So this will increase the flexibility of it. Same thing applies to renewing the contract. So this is for releasing and this is for renewing, and all these numbers are displayed in days. And here, be careful to check the default, of course, if it's not ticked. Using the transaction date when posting contract is also here available. However, it's not recommended to be used. And also we have posting date for other charges. So the default posting date for charges of the contract is the contract start date. So we have two different types, or let's say options. If it's not selected, if no option is selected, then the default is the first one. Same thing applies to those checklists: rounding of the rent amount, automatically approving the contract quotation, calculating the other charges in the lease agreement based on rent period, allowing the system to delete the payment when it's voided or cancelled. And you can also always click on this question mark in order to understand what this statement basically means. So here we can see that by default the system will delete the payment also while void cancel contract, and also the user can't make void or cancel if it's already posted as CUC or already posted as deferred income. So this is very important. Let's see the three different types for the value for splitting the rent. It's actually can be selected as either monthly, yearly, or no split at all. Same thing applies here to the default method of VAT, which is the value added tax calculation. It is either lease agreement form or deferred income. So this is very important also. It's very important here to see that so many different checklists are recommended to be used, because if they are not used, this doesn't mean that it will not work. It will rather mean that the default value will be used. So some users might say, why is this specific value selected? Well, it's because it wasn't changed and altered from here. So that's why it took the default. In the controls, as we can see here, we can from here decide whether those activities to be, for example, proceeded or not according to if they are ticked or not. So if we don't want to proceed with the activity, then we tick this. So to make this statement clear, we tick on the activities which we don't want them to be proceeded. That's why we tick them regarding those different tabs and those different columns, of course. So this is regarding the first part of the settings regarding the real estate. We also have the other charges settings. This will show us here the charges which we have, such as the car parking, the internet, others, the default account for it, which we can select based on the chart of accounts for each one, the fixed, the minimum, the maximum, and the VAT code, of course, which we have so many different VAT codes. if used in the system. And so from here we can see that we can select and actually fill what is the maximum and what is the minimum. So this is regarding the other charges setup. It can easily be altered and changed from here. And notice that you can add other charges also to this list from the list and then general list and then real estate tab, where it displays an entire list of items you can add, you can edit, just like the database is displayed in front of you. So this is regarding the other charges setup. So basically those are the two different settings and setups which we should start with as users before we proceed forwards with the real estate menu itself. In the real estate, notice we have all these different parts contained within it, which include the property list, the unit list, the tenant list. So 3 different types of lists. And then we can convert and map between either fixed assets to property or vice versa, the fixed assets or the property to fixed assets. And also we can map that fixed asset name with property. So this is the linking point between the real estate and the fixed assets. We also have so many different steps regarding the contract, basically the draft contract, whether we're talking about creating, editing, deleting, approving, printing. So this is important as draft. Then we can proceed forwards with actually creating the actual contract, edit it, print it. We can also print the VAT from either contract or other charges. We can then cancel or void the contract. We can link that with payments. So you see here there's a linking point also between the real estate and also the accounting. So real estate and accounting are highly linked as well. We can pre-terminate the contract, renew, release the contract, refund the deposits, print or send the renewal notice. And this is regarding the eviction case for the contract, which contains these steps as well in case it's needed. We have the creating commission for the property management and the VAT invoice for deferred income. We can also print that VAT invoice for deferred income. We can post the deferred income, change the unit status, and in the maintenance, as you can see here, we have different types, different parts contained for the maintenance, whether we're talking about requesting for maintenance, any complaints, the action on them, the job card also, action on job card is here. You see there are so many different types of the maintenance activities and steps. Notice general memo, renewal passport is also included, and finally you can from here see more information about this module in order to learn about it better, in order to know how to use it, to get a better idea yourself through the workflows, through the documents we have, the manuals we provide, the quick reference also included. So this is basically regarding the second step in real estate after the settings, is to use the menu itself. And then in the reports, as we can see here, we have different types of reports, one of which is the real estate. From here you will see everything you need, all information, all outputs regarding everything that has been entered in the system regarding the real estate. So in details, in different views, whether we're talking about different formats, different lists, different steps of each and every activity or transaction, and everything can be viewed here in the reports. So this is important as well. Notice that you can switch to Arabic at any time, so it can be used in both English and Arabic for any module you want, and you can view our other videos about it on our YouTube channel and see everything we add in every package and in every release. So basically this was an overview regarding the real estate. In order to understand it better and in more detailed, please check our other videos, as I said, on our YouTube channel, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with everyone interested, whether in the real estate module or any other modules of the system.